Yesterday, hopefully you finished this eye right here. Today, we're going to move on to this next eye. The cuts you're using are still the same. You can see the eyeball itself's a little bit different and the eyebrow's different, as well as the eyelids, but you'll see you're using the same cuts. So go in, let's go ahead and make this eye, and this time I want you to actually show the photos. If you did the first eye, that's great. I want to see your progress photos of this one. All right, if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to do a different eye, same 3 cuts. So I've drawn it in already. Let me draw it in a little darker. And this time, I'm gonna have the tear duct over here. Again, a deep stab cut. And then I'm gonna pull that stop cut halfway. Deep stab cut. Pull that stop cut halfway. Now this is a sort of an oblong oval. It's not quite a football. Here I'm gonna start down where that tear duct would be, and then I'm gonna pull it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my deep stab cut, and then I'm gonna pull it around, bring it to the stop cut. Same thing over here. Connecting those stop cuts. And then I'm gonna pop this out. So it's the same thing. Same 3 cuts. Stab cut, stop cut, and a chip cut. And then I'm gonna do a push cut to round that eyeball up and under that eyelid. Now, some of the eye gives the face the expression, but most of the expression comes from that eyelid and eyebrow. I want to tuck this under. So remember that crow's foot there, and I'm just going to come in here and do a light slice, making it look like it goes underneath. Let me cut this chip out a little bit deeper. Same thing over here by the tear duct. That gives that eyeball more of an appearance of being rounded. Now I want this eyelid, because this is going to be more of an angry one. So I'm actually going to take my number 11 3mm, and I'm going to come down closer to this eyelid. Not quite all the way to it. And this is going to be a sharp downward move here. And then I'll take my 15 and I'll retrace that line. Bring it out here and make that crow foot a little more pronounced. Now I want to undercut this eyebrow. So that's where I'll use my number 9. And I'm going to go in that channel right above where I just went with that 15, and I'm going to start on the edge of that brow, and I'm going to take that brow line out gently. And what it does causes that eyebrow to bend down and sweep out a little. And then I'll do the same thing up here at the top, but I'm on the grain, so I want to go and create me a stop cut so I don't tear that grain. And I'm not undercutting. I want to make sure I don't have an undercut there. And then I'll come back with my knife down to that stop cut I just made. Give him my 3 planes. Did a little insulation today on my shop, insulating my walls so that it'll stay warmer come this summer. I think I inhaled a bit too much of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take my V-tool and do the underside of this eyebrow also, just to give separation and to make it look a little sharper, a little more angry. And I'll do a very light scribe on the upper portion of it. In this case, the eyeball looking over here, that's that eye. Put a little water on it, make it easier to see. Water helps you see the eye. I forgot to do the underside of the eye. So let's do that. Start over here and take this tear duct. That was my number 9. I'm gonna go back through with my number 11. We're gonna go halfway around. Then I'll use my 15. I want it to look like that eyelid is real tight. The only thing I got left to do here is to clean my pencil marks off. And round that eyelid off a little while I'm doing it. Clean this bottom side of this eyelid up a little bit. Let's try to use a 15B tool, make it a little easier maybe. Which works well if your V tools are sharp. If they're not, just use your knife. You want to make sure that eyeball looks like it goes underneath that eyelid. There it is.